deal. Now, generally speaking, I get super excited when I get one of the best values of the day. But now that we're talking about a QVC 2 big deal from Vionic, QVC 2 big deal, by the way, is the equivalent of a today's special value. It's simply something that we launch on QVC 2. And then we steal it back and we present it at QVC main, right? This is the scalloped flat. It's called the Julieta. And so the flat, which ironically, I think most women can agree, like you wear a flat thinking, oh, I'm not wearing a heel, so my feet are going to be really comfortable. I find at the end of the day after wearing flats, my feet feel worse, and my back, even my lower back, has some tweaks in it, and I go, what is up? Then I realize for the most part, I've trained my body to be walking around in high heel shoes, and they're uncomfortable in flats. Or we don't like to wear flats because you feel as though you're walking on that flat surface, that flat ground with every single step. Enter in Vionic flats. Once you try them, they will be the only flat shoe of any style that you will ever wear, mark my words. But oh my gosh, this color palette. In the snake print scallop, there's all these little fashion details with the scalloped edge, the snake print on every one, which gives it extra, just kind of expensive looking style. $17.99 is your easy pay. Whenever you see a QVC 2 big deal or today's special value, pay attention to the price that's above it with the slash through it, because when this big deal expires, it will become $109. This is an exclusive style, so even if you shop department stores, Vionic stores, you will not find this. We started presenting this yesterday. Okay, so 3,000 orders already. I noticed a lot of shaded out sizes at the bottom of our screen. Dark taupe, very popular, so we'll get to that. Okay, so let's start with our color choices. This is your shadow. That's your almost like a storm gray. Coming over here, we've got the cream. So, I mean, this is really good because I don't know that I would necessarily want a white because it would get dirty immediately, but I love that softer kind of nod to a winter white 12 months out of the year. Okay, so it looks like this has been really popular. It's your dark taupe. It's like a toasted almond color. My favorite is the rose. When there's a pink, it's always my favorite. Oh, but I don't know. Look at this color. This is your sunshine. And it actually reads even as a softer yellow on my table than it does on the screen. Are you right, Stacey Ann? Yeah, so Stacey Ann's with me and she's like, that's a little bit brighter. So if you don't want to wear like a lemon yellow, but you love the concept of the yellow, you know what this is? It's closer to the yellow that is the Pantone color of the year, if you keep track of that. How's that? All right, so with that said, Jen, again, I could go on and on and on. They're super stylish, but oh my gosh, as soon as I slide into these, and I don't say this often for every Vionic shoe, but I feel as though these have been custom, like a cobbler actually made these shoes for me because they are rising to meet every curve underneath my foot. They fit like a dream. Medium and wides, order your usual size here, just like I did, slid right into the 9, and it fits like a glove. And oh my gosh, these are so comfortable, Jen.
It's amazing. I like that color too with your darker outfit. You know, I think it's safe to say that Vionic was a disruptor in the ballet flat market.
Agreed.
Because you know, if you've worn ballet flats, which all of us have, and there's trendy ones that have been around for years, and we wore them because we looked cute, but we were incredibly comfortable at the end of the day. In comes Vionic, because what's inside of this gorgeous, beautiful, I mean, the snake-embossed top is really, it's an exquisite detail. It's like a high-end detail that we put on top. And the scallop edging is so incredibly flattering on your foot. But really, what makes it so incredible is the orthotic technology built in, because this, while this is lying underneath your foot, check out the fact that none of this silhouette has been compromised, right? A ballet flat still looks, and you're expecting this trim silhouette. What's underneath is what makes all the difference. This three-zone technology will make you feel like you are walking on air. The stability in that nice deep heel cup, that arch support, that is what's coming up to hug your curves, and the cushioning down on the forefoot. So if you've had a ballet flat before, this is going to change your mind, because you are not going to feel the pebbles as you walk on the street or the sidewalk. You are not going to, think that you're walking literally on the hardwood floors in your home because of what's lying underneath. And that is what makes it an incredible shoe.
I mean, if you have flats of any other kind, The inside of the shoe reads exactly like the outside that you're seeing here. It's just as razor thin and flat on the inside as it is on the outside. And when we showed you that curvature, that arch support, that cushioning on the inside, with plenty of room in the toe, right? So this does not come forward to a tiny little point. Honestly, even when Vionic does more of a pointed toe, they do it in such a way that all of your toes still have room to move and wiggle inside, so you're not aching to get out of it. But now it's time, and I'm so glad that we have the time, to talk about what happens to the rest of your body when you are wearing proper alignment and support in the shoe itself. And so we've got Stacey Ann here to show us, and I know Jen will kind of walk us through what we're seeing.
Hi, Steve. So what you can see is Stacey Ann is standing on this hard, unnatural surface, and her foot is actually overpronating. It's rolling over to meet the ground. Imagine if you were walking a ballet flat with no support. The same thing is happening. Watch as she steps immediately on that insert from the Julieta. Instantly, check out that line. It's much straighter because what's happening is her foot is now completely supported. She's going much closer to her natural alignment. So every single step that she takes in this ballet flat is going to be comfortable. Because if you've walked on a ballet flat or flat around your foot, that adds up to pain at the end of the day. You do not have to be in pain. You are never going to sacrifice your comfort for the way that you're going to look. You're going to look fabulous in a Vionic, and look at that before and after, because that says it all.
And I always call out, Jen, that we're not walking around with little dashes and stars on our legs. So we don't even necessarily know, right, if that misalignment is happening. And that's what happens to most of us just over years of walking on hard surfaces, right? Your body starts to try to compensate. But truth be told, even if you do not pronate at all, you find that the rest of your body just follows the line, pun intended, of what you're seeing right here. So that alignment happens front, back, ankles, knees, and so it goes. Hips, back, shoulders. I find even my posture is better when I'm wearing Vionic shoes, which is why it has that APMA seal of acceptance. And did you notice that Stacey Ann did that demonstration not by sliding her foot into the flat itself, but only standing on the insole? So when you have that insole, it goes back to what I said before, then we can start to craft a beautiful shoe around it, which is why we have that stunning snake embossing, the little scalloping. I mean, think about that around the collar of a blouse, and we think that's so sweet and pretty and feminine. Works the same for a shoe as well. But as I go through the colors again, keep in mind, while $89.94, you can find flats for $10, I'm sure. And you know what? In the world of footwear, you will get what you pay for. And when it comes to Vionic, heck, I'll talk about this at length when we do the thong sandals. I still have my original tied sandals from an embarrassingly long time ago. I'm not even going to tell you. You can't kill these shoes, right? And try. Wear them in real life. You will start to find that you convert your existing shoes over to Vionics. Because we all have that moment of choice in the morning. We walk into the closet, we go. And you go right to the ones that make your feet feel the best. So here it is in the shadow. Think of that as like, you know, you probably have a black flat, you wear it like a black flat, but it has a little bit more interest. Look what the light does on that snake embossing, so pretty. Moving down, this is the cream, which you will wear with everything from your grays and chocolate browns right now, into the pinks and the corals and the vibrant greens and the yellows, moving into spring and summer. I know that taupe has been very popular. It's like, it's beautiful on every skin tone, even if this isn't your skin tone. It still acts as that perfect neutral. Next to that is the rose. I think more like a softer petal pink. And then on the end is your sunshine. It's that great fashion color. If you own grays and blacks and browns right now, you pop that on and it's an instant gorgeous accessory. Free shipping and handling. We have 500 orders that we add to the 3,000 that have already been placed. It's A393417. Medium and wides are available. Here's a thought, and I've been saying this a lot. Imagine it's 2022. I know it's hard to imagine, right? The world's going to look a lot different. Do you really think we're going back to stilettos? We've had a taste of freedom, ladies. And I don't know about you, but this is my stiletto now, right? So make that investment now for wear now and wear later. A393417. QVC 2 Big Deal doesn't last forever, and I'm so glad we snuck it into the show. But man, is it popular. Okay. Want to give you a little heads up on something still to come. It's the Mary Jane. Only it's the Mary Jane meets sneaker.